Ladies and gentlemen, I am having what they call in England a frustrating day. Or in America, a frustrating day. I filmed an hour-long video extravaganza, then came home and accidentally deleted all the footage by formatting the card when I didn't mean to do that. So, you can... yeah, that's bad. It's the Sometimes Vlog! Yeah! It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Oh boy, it's been a long time since I've said that. It's the Sometimes Vlog! Yeah! It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Feels pretty good. See, originally the Sometimes Vlog was meant to go sort of in between episodes of Random Land Adventures, the usual show on this channel. And that's how I think of it, by the way, as a show, not really as a vlog. A vlog can kind of be anything. You know, I could sit in the bathroom with you guys and talk about my feelings on toilet paper and how it affects the political climate in northern India or something, and that would be a vlog. I could sit there and talk about movie reviews. That could be a vlog. Anything can really be a vlog. So my mentality, always with Random Land Adventures, is it's a show. I want people to be able to go back 6 months later or a year later and watch older installments or episodes, whatever you're going to call them, and be able to feel like, oh, this is still worth watching. Kind of like you can go back to TV shows and watch different seasons and stuff like that. And so in between, I always meant to do this Sometimes Vlog every once in a while, give people updates, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about, blah, 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 blah. Haven't done one in a long time. So there's a couple things that I noticed recently. One is that a lot more people have jumped on board the adventures. There's a lot more people journeying with us on the quest for positivity and on the Random Land Adventures and whatnot. I think about 50,000 new people in the last year and a little bit of change and such whatnot and stuff. That's a lot of people who maybe don't know a few things. So the number one thing I wanted to do, because I made a joke about this the other day and then realized, like, you know what? It's been a long time since I've thrown out any kind of links or anything like that, and it's probably part of my duties are to, right? So I have an Instagram. It is at Live Fast Die Poor. All one word, no spaces, no dashes, no nothing like that. Live Fast Die Poor. That's my Instagram. About 13,000 pictures posted on there so far. That's not an exaggeration. A lot of pictures. I also have a Snapchat. Also Live Fast Die Poor. Pretty easy. And there's also a Facebook page as well. Facebook.com/Justin Scard, which is my name, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet you. Scard's not my real last name. That's a nickname because there were a lot of different Justins in local bands around here. My band was called The Scard, so I just ended up being known as Justin Scard. That's what all my social media stuff was and whatnot, and so it just sort of stuck. So there you go. Facebook.com/Justin Scard. That's me on Facebook. I don't really use Twitter that much. I find Twitter is an angry place sometimes. I've never walked into a room in real life, said a few sentences about what I was thinking, and then had people get angry. So I think I'm actually really bad at Twitter because in a short amount of words and a short amount of time, I don't think I do very well because I've had people read it completely different ways than I meant it and then flip out and then like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you expressed this weird opinion on Twitter that I read wrongly than you meant it, and then people never believe it afterwards. So Twitter I just try to avoid it. Some people are great at Twitter and they're so funny and they're concise and they really get a good message across. I'm not one of those people, but I do have one. It's also Justin Scard as well. A lot of people ask me, might as well use this opportunity for this too, where can I get the hats? They notice the R for adventure hat. This one's getting a little dirty, a little grimy, a little sun bleached here, so I probably need to get another one myself. The hats and the t-shirts, of which this isn't one of them, maybe I should have worn one, are available livefastdiepoor.spreadshirt.com. Spreadshirt's pretty cool. They have offices all over the world, and so you don't usually have to pay any kind of international shipping. Usually when ordering for Spreadshirt, I know they print some in Germany, they print some in Australia, they print them all around the world and stuff. That's why even I gotta pay for it, you know, when I want a hat or something like that, because they print it up for me and they send it to me. But livefastdiepoor.spreadshirt.com, t-shirts, hats, all that kind of stuff is there. I do have a Patreon. Some people like to use that as like, hey, if I get enough money, donate it on a Patreon or something like that, then I'll go out and do this thing. I think about it a completely different way. I do the show, I work really hard on it, I put my best effort into it, best foot forward. Usually this one's not as good. And like a juggler or something like that on the pier, you go on the pier, there's a guy juggling, ta-da! Then he puts the bucket out, you know, and you throw in $1 or $2. That guy makes his living, and you go about your day because you got $1 worth of entertainment out of it. Or if you didn't like it, you go, I don't want to give that guy anything. That's sort of how I use Patreon. I just do the job. If people like it, they want to help out, they want to support, that's an option as well. I don't really talk about that much, but I figure once every 6 months or so, I should probably throw that out there. That exists. Let's see, what else? Oh, also every once in a while, we make these sweet enamel pins. Some sweet pins, and we got some new ones coming out. We don't do them all the time. They're not available all the time. Most of the money from doing these things actually goes back into ordering more pins and then me paying my friend to pack and ship them and deal with all that crazy stuff because it's very time consuming. But every once in a while, we make these crazy pins. They're pretty fun. And we've created a mailing list so that people that want them or want to see what's coming or when they can get them or whatever will be able to do that, which is at JustinScarred.com, 2 R's. Remember the 2 R's. I'm not Justin Scared. Unless I'm going over bridges, sometimes in tunnels, or I'm near a spider. Usually I'm not that scared. More scarred than scared. JustinScarred.com/pins. JustinScarred.com/pins. You sign up for a nifty mailing list and they send you some info and then you can look at the thing and decide whether or not you need this sexy pin. Alright, anyway, I think that's about it. I've got some plans this year to go to some new areas. I'm thinking about, well, pretty soon I'm going to be going back to Disney World again, doing some familiar things, but I'm also thinking about heading out to New York City. I haven't been back there in 8 years. I think it's the last time I even saw it with my eyeballs, and about longer than that since I've actually set foot in the city. Probably over 10 years since I actually walked around in Manhattan or in New York City. So I got New York City. I really like to get up to Supreme, Northern California, Oregon, Washington, maybe even up to Vancouver this year. I really want to get back to Mississippi River Valley. Got to get back to the American South. I have a lot of plans. This is winter right now. It's cold. Most of the country is frozen. I've got seasonal affective disorder. You ever get that? Where you just feel extra slow. I don't know what it is. The short days. What is that? At least we have nice weather in Southern California. I am very grateful for that. I spent some time in some serious weather, like up in Toronto and stuff like that. And I spent some time in a blizzard or two. No fun. Not into that. I really think that you people out there living in that are so brave. I don't know. I'm such a wuss when it comes to the cold. God bless you all. All the positive vibes and the universe feelings and the blessings and everything. Because that is crazy town. That is crazy town out there. Here it's a little warmer. A little warmer than the rest of the country. But that is preventing me from traveling a lot. I have an ongoing custody case. This is a negative thing where you have to spend thousands of dollars. That's not an exaggeration, on lawyers because two people can't agree to compromise on schedules for where the child goes where and does all these things. So I've been sticking closer to home while that's still going on and still trying to get resolved. I've been spending a lot of quality time with my kid in between stuff and trying to stick closer to home. Last year, for most of the year, I didn't film anything really around Disneyland. I spent a lot of time, actually more time at Knott's Berry Farm than Disneyland, because every once in a while, even when you just love something so much, it's good to walk away, have a break, and then you can come back at it fresh and excited. That's why lately, I know there's a lot of comments on this, like, man, you're at Disneyland all the time now. Lately, I've been spending a lot of time there for a few reasons. One, it's winter, it's cold, the days are short, it's harder to go far. I mean, if I drove for 4 hours, you know, somewhere, I only have a few hours before the sun goes down to film something, so it's easier, kind of, to go nearby. Plus, I didn't film there a lot last year, so I've been kind of more excited about it and stuff, but that's really going to change in a few months here because the traveling will begin again. And hopefully, like I said, we'll be going to all kinds of new places. What else is going on? I haven't done one of these in a long time, just unedited, sort of talk to my friends out there about what's happening. So a lot of plans are coming up this year. Usually May, June, July, August, September are insane for me as far as traveling, going all these crazy places and stuff. Last year, we were able to do, on average, more than an episode every other day. So we put out a lot of crazy stuff. So the winter gets a little slow, but then, as you know, the summer gets so intense with things happening. I am hoping to fly to some overseas places this year. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. But for the most part, next few weeks, sticking around close to home. Although, like I said, soon, Florida. Maybe poke my toe, just poke a toe into New York City just for a little while and check out some of the sights, sounds, and smells before making a longer trip. I think in the future, there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of things coming together. I don't want to say too much and then not do it. That's why a lot of times I don't talk about my plans coming up. Meetups? No meetups planned. I have a really hard time with meetups. I get anxiety and around a lot of people, even friendly people, even people that are nice to me. And like 30 people in a room all staring at me is kind of a nightmare though for me. Even though it's on the one hand, I love meeting people. I love talking to new people. I love hearing about other people's lives and just their different perspectives on everything. And then on the other hand, I just get crippling anxiety and stress, and I don't want to let anyone down. So, it's difficult for me to do that stuff. I have nothing planned for now. I'm kind of still recovering from the last one, but you never know. Things could change. So that's basically the long and the short of it. I just wanted to at least throw out some of those links. I know that a lot of new people have jumped on board. It's been pretty crazy. I'm really grateful, really humbled, honestly, and amazed and excited that so many people like the Random Land Adventures show, the normal show that we do around here. We have a lot of fun. We travel to a lot of crazy places. We learn a lot about history. Sometimes we just roam around and have a random adventure. Anything can happen. And it's been really cool that a lot of people have signed up and jumped on board for the adventure, and really, really amazing to meet so many of you guys and hear from so many of you guys and receive so much support and positive feedback and stuff like that. It's completely changed my life. I could not be more grateful for a set of people than you people. You people are wonderful. I love you all. What else? What else? What else? I think that's about it. I just wanted to express how grateful I am and how excited I am to be able to do all this crazy stuff for you guys, with you guys, doing all these things, and then just wanted to throw out the links out there and sort of give you an update on what's going on around here. I did lose the hour-long show, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise because we're able to sit down and have a little chat together. This is already running quite a lot longer than I intended this little chat to go, so I think I'll wrap it up shortly. This guy is coming out in about 24 hours. There are some more in the pipeline. I hope you pick up one if you'd like to. All those other links are great too. And one more super important link that I wanted to talk about. If you notice on this video, there's no comments. No comments. Most of my videos do have comments, although I will say that I and everybody else who works with me, because it's not just me, a lot of times there's a lot of other people that help me with different things. We work really hard to do a clean show. We don't talk sex, politics, or religion. We try to do something that's exciting for as many people as possible, and that includes kids. We try and do something family friendly. A lot of people watch as a family and all that kind of stuff. So we really try to keep it clean, keep it positive. And so for that reason, I never look at the YouTube comments. Like, I mean, once or twice, maybe 3 times a year do I ever look at the comments. They all go to other people who filter them. They all go through a filtering process, blah, 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 blah. But that's because we want to keep that clean too, because people tell me all the time, hey, my kid was watching your channel, and then he goes in the comments, there's all this nasty stuff and all that stuff, so they ended up having to be filtered. It kind of works out. But we created something else called the Sometimes Mob. I almost forgot this one. Sometimesmob.com will get you there the fastest way. It's a Facebook group, which is not run by me personally, but run by friends of the show, 4 friends of the show, where people can discuss different installments, different adventures, different stuff we've done, or just come together and connect. Because one thing I noticed is there'd be a guy in Colorado Springs and a guy in Denver. Both guys would be telling me, man, it'd be really awesome to hang out with you. We seem to have similar interests. We all like Back to the Future, and we like Disney stuff, and we like Star Wars and this, and man, I don't have any friends here. And I'm like, man, once you have thousands of people, in different areas of the country, it's hard to meet everyone and be friends with everyone, on a personal level. But I kept noticing there's all these people really geographically close to each other or into these weird things that, these people should connect. So we created something called the Sometimes Mob, where they discuss things, people connect in all kinds of crazy ways, talk about the different stuff in a really friendly environment. They have their own moderators there and kind of somewhat strict rules on hey, we're going to keep it all clean and positive and stuff like that. So for this one, that's where you would go. sometimesmob.com, Sometimes Mob Facebook group. They also have a splinter group, which is just Disney stuff. Sometimes Mob Disney Edition, all the Disney updates and things that they all talk about and get together on. Every once in a while I pop in there now and do like a Q&A thing or whatever. But for the most part I stay out of it and everybody just kind of links up together. So it's pretty cool. I think that's about it. I just wanted to really quickly give you guys that information because I know it's been a long time since I just talked. That whole custody thing is has been a super drag on like staying close, having to be really strict about these days here, and winter, like I said, is the slow season. It's so hard, right? Because it's flu season and cold season. I keep getting sick, like many of you do. Just what a frustrating time of year. Just can't let it get you down. There's so much coming down the pipe. So I'm looking forward to all the crazy stuff that's going to happen this year. Like I said, Disney World will happen very soon. New York City! Remember those commercials? That's pretty good. New York City may happen pretty soon. And then after that stuff, after kind of the usual routine, going to Disney, taking a spring Disney World trip and stuff, I'm going to start cooking up some travel plans. So we'll see what happens. But for now, I think that's all. I don't want to go on and on and on for an hour like I did earlier. Sort of burned through all my energy there earlier. And lose it again. So before anything happens, I'm going to make sure that you guys get this information. If you already know, I'm sorry for repeating it to you. I just want to express again how incredibly grateful and excited I am, honestly, that so many of you have jumped on board for so many amazing adventures. We had a lot of crazy times this past year. Like I said, we did over 170, something like that. Different adventures and crazy stuff that's happened. The year before, we went from sea to shining sea. Actually, I would really love to do that again soon. Something to consider. We've been having a lot of fun. So I thank you once again for jumping on board, for staying on board, and for participating in all the crazy links and stuff, which I'll put all down below. And I will see you guys very soon for even more adventures. Say goodbye to everybody, Bill. Goodbye.